the things that really jumped out for me that I can definitely relate to are, number one, that our alertness and our awareness determines the quality of our life. And I can certainly relate to that because my perception changes depending on my own alertness and awareness, how well I'm rested, how well I'm taking care of myself, and so on and so forth. Number two, the unified field is the source of all that we see. And I can definitely relate to that. And the third part that is my key takeaway from this whole session is that when we water the root, we can feed the sap. And that feeds the whole tree, the leaves, the fruits, the flowers, everything that we enjoy is all coming from the same source. I have a lot of questions, but I'll summarize into sort of one so that we can keep the program moving quickly. And it is that, yes, we say that time, space are relative, but the 5 o'clock train leaves on time. And how do you tie that all in? If I smash my hand in the door of my car, my thumb becomes blue. I can fracture my thumb. As I get older, my hair goes gray. I might need a hip replacement or a knee replacement. That's not Maya, that's not illusion. Those are real things in the physical being that are happening. So how do I tie that in? And then, on a larger scale, we can delve into, when you talk about meaning, that life has a meaning. What's the meaning of all this death and devastation that we're seeing all around us in the past year? Young people, children, grandparents. I guess that was more than one question, so I'll stop right there. Thank you.
We do not negate the surface value. As we said, the necklace can get distorted. It can be not pure anymore. It can be mixed up. It can not function. It's not beautiful anymore, and you can fix it on the surface level. So it is possible that we can create an action on the surface level that distorts things, and things can age, can change. There is a change and modification. And that these are processes that happen. There is no question about it. And so what we're saying is that, in fact, what I'm explaining about Maya is that the interpretation of Maya has been not complete by many thinkers. That Maya, everything is an illusion, that your hair getting gray is an illusion. It's not an illusion, it's real. It's real. What is the Maya is that this hair is not made of the same essence ultimately as all other aspects in creation. And again, the example of the gold comes here to illustrate, to some extent, all examples and analogies have their limitations, and that is the different aspects. It's like looking for the substance of life, and that substance is not material. That's what we're saying. But it appears as matter, there is no question, and it manifests like that. And there is a reality of it on that level, and you can deal with it on that level also, and work with it on that level. So that's why one says you have to eat properly, to be careful not to get into an accident. You have to live life on the surface level. If there is a surgery that it's needed, you need to do the surgery. If there is something, these are the things that are to be done on that level of reality. But as you said beautifully also, and there is an essence that can nourish the tree, that can nourish. So you can, you can trim the branches, you can clean them up, but if you forget to water the root of the tree, then your surface action is not fulfilling. What is the reason for all the suffering? Well, unfathomable is the field of karma, and it is very difficult to decide for each individual case what are the reasons. One has to really look into one's own life. How did the pandemic influence me personally? Why would it be like this? And sometimes you don't find the logical reasons. But one thing is sure, if the collective consciousness of the world does the right decisions, lives in harmony, is raised, and there is more clarity in the thinking and the behaving and the decision making, then these things are more limited, and the decisions are in the direction to prevent the dangers before they arise. And so there is responsibility, but it is not the time to talk of responsibility. It's the time to be compassionate, to be loving, to support, and to admit that there are these values that happen, that on the individual level, you cannot fully understand why an individual is going through what they're going. Maybe they can tell themselves, or maybe they don't have the ability to tell. And that is, again, a question of awareness, how much you know about yourself, your reality, the expanse of your life, the depths of your being, your past, your present, your future. So there are different states of consciousness, and there are different layers of awareness.